Hello and welcome to Brain Buzz with Mike. I am your host and brain coach, Mike Harrigan, coming to you live from the Braining Center. So today we are going to talk to you about the think, feel, act cycle. So we all know that if we have a better brain, we can think better, right? Better brain, think better. But did you also know that if you think better, you can actually create a better brain? Well, studies show that the way we think greatly affects the way we feel. And the way we feel greatly influences our actions, the way we behave. And then the things that we do greatly influence the way we think and feel. So it's a big cycle of think, feel, act. Everything influences each other. But there's more to this than just the cycle of think, feel, act. These cycles can literally change our brains for better or for worse. So I'm going to give you a little scenario, and then we're going to talk about it and take it in two different directions to demonstrate this. All right? So the scenario is that you've been dating someone for a long time, and you think it's going great and everything's awesome, but then all of a sudden she dumps you, right? Kicks you to the curb, you're done. So you're going to be thinking about this a lot. In scenario one, you're going to think negatively about it. You're thinking about things like, she was the best person I've ever dated. I'm never going to find anyone like her. I'm not going to find lasting love. I'm going to lose all my friends because they were friends with her and they like her more than me. Or I can't go to my favorite places now because she might be there and that would be uncomfortable. All these negative thoughts release neurochemicals, chemicals in our brains and our bodies. They cause us to have feelings, negative feelings. They'll cause us to feel sad, maybe discouraged or depressed, possibly anxious, right? These negative feelings then create neurotransmitters that cause us to engage in negative behaviors. We might start overeating. We might binge watch TV or isolate ourselves and not socialize as much. And then these negative behaviors will go and reinforce the negative thoughts and feelings that started it all off. So we end up spiraling in a negative way. We have this negative cycle. Now let's go back to the original scenario, but look at it a little bit differently. This time, we're still kicked to the curb. We still broke up, right, with our girlfriend. But this time, we deliberately engage in positive thinking. We think about the fact that if she didn't like me, then probably I avoided a bad relationship and maybe avoided decades of heartbreak and misery. You start to say, well, maybe I can start hanging out with my friends more. I can go and do the things and go to the places that I like to go. I can go and focus on my happiness. And then from there, I will attract love because I'm a good person and good people attract good people. These positive thoughts will activate a different set of neurochemicals in our brains and our bodies. These positive neurotransmitters will generate feelings of happiness, optimism, confidence, and energy. And then these feelings will cause us to engage in more positive behaviors. Things like exercising, we'll socialize more, might take on new adventures. And then all these good positive actions go back and reinforce the positive thoughts and feelings that started it all. So now we're in a cycle again, but this time we're spiraling up, not down. But again, there's more than just these short-term thoughts, feelings, and actions at risk here. These cycles can self-perpetuate. If we engage in negative spirals, we tend to do it more. It'll become a habit to engage in negative spirals. Conversely, if we engage in positive spirals, it becomes a habit and we tend to engage more in positive cycling of thoughts, feelings, and actions. And what happens over time is that our brain literally rewires itself. It changes the chemistry and function of the brain such that we become more like that, whether it be negative or positive. So if we can engage in positive cycles, we will more likely automatically, naturally become more motivated, less stressed out, more productive, and better thinkers. We'll actually have a higher functioning brain because of these positive cycles. And it'll be more natural. We won't even have to think about it or work at it. But how do we start? How do we break the negative cycles and engage in more positive cycles? Well, we have to go and look at the cycle itself. It's think, feel, act, right? So where can we break into this? What's the on-ramp to that cycle? It's in the thinking, the thoughts. That's our window of opportunity. We need to reframe our thoughts so that we can change the spiral from negative to positive. So the next time you have a tough situation, like let's say, for instance, you've lost your job, you can, instead of thinking, no one's ever going to hire me, I'm going to be unemployed forever, I don't know what I'm going to do. Instead, you say, there are a lot of jobs out there. I will work hard. I'm smart. If I keep looking, I will find a job. Or if you have a competition coming up and you're against a really tough opponent, instead of saying things like, he's too good, I'll never beat him, you say things like, no one's invincible. Of course I can beat him. He can lose. Mike Tyson got taken down by one punch from Buster Douglas. Anyone can lose. I can beat him. I will work hard. I'll practice. I'll do everything I can, and maybe I'll win. If I don't win, that's okay too. I'll learn from it. I'll change. I'll get better, and I'll move on. Those positive thoughts, those better thoughts will create better feelings. Those better feelings will translate into better actions. And those actions will help make a better brain. And then it becomes easier to engage in it. So that's the key here. Take control of your thoughts. You will take control of the cycles, and that will help you take control of your brain. I hope this was helpful. In upcoming Brain Buzzes, we will talk more about other ways that you can help to change the cycle of negative thoughts and enhance your brain and your life. In the meantime, if you have any questions, reach out to me via email, Mike Harrigan, by emailing me at brainingcenter@headstrong1.com. That's brainingcenter@headstrong1.com. And also, please go check out our previous Brain Buzz segments by visiting YouTube and searching for Braining Center. Again, go to YouTube and search for Braining Center. Thanks a lot. And until next week, have an awesome week.